It's Nick here with Mechanic Built, and if you guys made it this far, this is part 2 of the Shop Monkey system that we're talking about how, it's bettered our business out of 3, so 3 should be coming out here soon. But if you guys have made it to this part, consider hitting that subscribe button, that like notification, or, before you hit that dislike, if you guys don't like the video, just tell us why in the comments below, because that really helps us out since we are starting this YouTube channel. I know we have more content out, and some really good content, and I know it is 2022, and what we want to do is essentially put out more content for you guys about us out in the field, just doing shenanigans. So please, if you guys like this video, definitely hit that subscribe button. Other than that, let's get to it.
Oh yeah, and I think the one thing that is truly amazing about this is this system puts us on par with the big automotive industries. This is
I just said that.
I'm reiterating though. It's just amazing on how miraculous it is.
Yeah. So pretty much we have this, and then let's go here for example. I'm trying to see. I don't want to accidentally mess up our recording screen here because that's what we had to redo this. So pretty much all I got to do, this is my information, this is my vehicle and whatnot. All of it's blurred out because it's personal information. But as you guys could see here, I made, when I first got Shop Monkey at Sema, I made this just to see how everything worked out. So you guys could see here, this is my vehicle. I could view my vehicle, look at the work order, and then I have this to-do list on this particular work order. And then I could go here to services, and that would be to do a multi-point vehicle inspection on my particular vehicle. As you guys could see here, that we have it at $65, but at the same time, it could just be as simple as changing this to 0, because this is actually, when you kind of mess around, I kind of notice that this completely messes up with your reports, which we're going to show at the end here. But the nice thing about this is that, we're able to go in here, just as simple. We could even move items around if need be. It's as simple as adding parts, labor, and if you're a tire shop, you could add a tire, and then you could add the fees. And then on top of that, when you click on this whole, and pretty much when I click on here, I could assign a technician, and that technician is either going to be me, Jared, or Ryan when he comes out on the field with me, because he does go for and help me, grab tools from the van and all that, which is another thing too. It's always nice having 2 people at a job, even though, I'm not trying to talk smack on Ryan. He's not mechanically advanced as me or Jared, or that doesn't sound right, but
Yeah, that sounded pretty bad.
Yeah.
Just saying, man. But yeah.
But going back to it, we could we could even change the workflow here. So right here, it's it wasn't invoices because I pretty much, you can see here the activity. So this is 12/11. I did all these updates just recently today, going from 65, changing it to cold estimates, to going to putting it to $0. So if Ryan did all of this, you would see Ryan's name and what he did to this particular ticket. If he was on a call with a customer and the customer was just like, oh, do this, this, and this, and Ryan, all he's got to do is add it, and I could see it here who did it. So that's kind of a nice thing too. That way, someone can't say, oh, well, you told me this price. Well, so-and-so put this on here. And then I could go back to so-and-so, which, well, I just say, for example, which would be Ryan, and say, like, hey, Ryan, what's up with this? And then Ryan was just like, well, they told me to add it on there. And, everything is now trackable. Everything is just easier. You have that workflow where you can't point fingers really anymore of like, oh, did you add this? Did you not add this? Or why did you add this? It's just, oh, okay, someone did something, Real quick here, because I know this is starting to get pretty long, the video. Another thing too, which is kind of nice, if you're the type of shop that has different labor rates for like family or like say custom work, it's just a matter of just like clicking on here, and then we could just change the rate instantly. As you guys can see here, we have multiple different types of labor rate. And then we have a labor matrix. So depending on the hours of the job, some jobs that are like $60 or $70, the computer will add or the system will automatically add like 30% to 15% depending on the amount of hours. That way everything's kind of covered for a cost for drive time and whatnot. I know you stress this enough a lot too, Ryan, where when we were out on a job, like, oh, we should charge more because it took us, what was supposed to be an hour job took us like 2.5 hours because of drive time, getting parts, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and I agree with the labor matrix now that it was more explained to me, and you definitely showed me everything. And I want to let our subscribers and our customers know that I didn't want to charge more because I wanted to take money from our customers. We're charging more to make sure that our travel time was taken care of, to make sure that our mechanics were getting paid properly per hour, because our mechanics get paid a flat rate. So whatever the job actually states is what they get. And if they go over, I just like to make sure that our mechanics are taken care of. But we also like to take our time to make sure that our customers are well taken care of. They understand the issues. And if they have any questions whatsoever, that they can ask them and we'll answer them, crystal clear.
Like what Ryan just said, pretty much, the whole point, it's just to cover our end and make sure both parties are, we charge a fair price, yet, all our bills are covered too. And before, even with our old labor guide, we were just kind of in the dark about that because without having that pricing matrix, it was, the nice thing about Shop Monkey too, like you could just copy and paste, like say here, I know this is going to be blurred out and no one's going to be able to see it, but I could literally just as simple as, copy and paste the address, see where that address is at, and then calculate time because, this is the internet. You could get ETAs real quick and see if, driving out there is worth it or, worth the price that we're charging now. And we've changed that tremendously already. Like, okay, we're going to have a set X amount of drive time in order to either, depending on the city. So that's kind of like one of the nice things that I kind of noticed with Shop Monkey. It just kind of helped us be more effective in pricing appropriately. So other than that, so inspections here, we used to do paper inspections. Am I right, Ryan?
Oh man, you gotta love the paper inspection. No, we decided to go digital. It's the 21st century.
Well, yeah, Shop Monkey offers digital inspections here. So as you can see here, all that you could put in a new inspection. You could even save that inspections for future dates. But we also have these three here. One, we have like a pre-existing inspection. So like, if there's like damage on the vehicle, we'd like to take pictures just beforehand. There's an oil change inspection. And then, we have the multi-point inspection. Now, I know I need to add a couple of these because I know we do get calls for pre-purchase inspections because we do get called up, go out to a dealership, take a look at a vehicle. That's one thing we could add on here, and it's just as simple going to the lists. Now, time clocks, we haven't really messed with this yet. I know next year we will because me and you have talked about to check our average per hours per service, track our hours, and then, by doing it by technician, which is just going to be me and you. So we're going to actually really abuse this system to see how this all works out. Now, parts procurement, parts I can't even say that word. But this is essentially, I haven't even used this yet because Parts Tech is connected to our Shop Monkey account, and Parts Tech is essentially like Google for wholesale parts. So we could see O'Reilly's, Napa's, and AutoZone's like wholesale pricing, see their availability, where that part is, and then we could just simply just click, order it, and go. Now, if you guys are like getting into this, and I know like we're kind of vague about everything, the one thing I just want to mention to you guys that Shop Monkey is here to help. It's just as simple as texting, on your phone or, typing a message up saying I need help. And if you need something right away, they're just a phone call or just an email away, which is kind of nice. I don't think.
Oh yeah, they're very quick.
Yeah. That's the one thing that, like we're paying X amount for a service, which is almost $400 a month. That's more than most people's car payments. Like I've used Mitchell and all data in a shop setting and in school, and I know that this is about 7-8 years ago, but our teachers or the people that own the shops always had a hard time dealing with technical support because it was always a pain to get to. It could change. It could have changed by now in 2021, but you know, compared to Auto Labor Guide, we didn't even really know who to contact, especially trying to transfer all our information, because apparently when if anyone out there is with Auto Labor Guide and they're trying to change with Shop Monkey, the unfortunate part is you would have to manually get all your information off of Auto Labor Guide onto Shop Monkey.
And from personal experience, it's absolutely not fun. We had hundreds of clients, and it took a lot of hours to manually transfer everything. Thankfully, the cool part about Shop Monkey is if you input everything into an Excel spreadsheet, you can actually transfer it into Shop Monkey, and it'll do the rest of the work for you.
We added 98 customers since November. So these are all customers. Some of them are, you know, old customers, and a lot of them are new customers, because we haven't inputted all of our old customers from the old, you know, system quite yet. So it's probably going to look really blurry, just because a lot of this has personal information on it. And pretty much you could just type in a name, you could even type in the vehicle, or better yet, you know, us as mechanics, like, oh, what vehicle that was again? All we got to do is type in the vehicle, and here, boom, we have all the vehicles that we worked on. So you see we have 74 vehicles and 98 customers. I think the reason why we have 98 customers is because you could put multiple customers to one ticket, like a husband and a wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, to one vehicle. And then obviously we have vendors here. I haven't really messed with this, but if you're the type of shop that needs to do like purchase orders and more, and to track your parts, this is a place, you know, Shop Monkey is willing to help you out. Now, fleets are pretty much our commercial account side, and then inspection templates. This is where you could add inspection templates. You could go in, and it's pretty much like, you know, the paper sheet where you put red, yellow, or green, or non-applicable. And then right here, if I'm not mistaken, there should be a note. Oh, no. Let me go back to lists. Now, canned services. So canned services, so in California charges a $1 battery charge. So pretty much all I have to do is check mark this when I'm doing a battery service, or if I'm doing an oil change, I have the labor already automatically calculated, or doing a service called diagnostic, which is, you know, pretty much us showing up and doing a diagnostic. And then if we click here, you know, oil change, this is for basic oil changes, pretty much, you know, drain and fills. Most cars that are not like crazy, like having paneling. I know like European cars, they're a little bit different. But this is if someone goes like, oh, okay, I've done so many, let's say Toyota Corollas, I would charge this price plus the oil, the parts. And this already has the shop supplies already calculated here. And then if you put in the parts, it'll automatically calculate your local taxes. I appreciate you guys making it this far into the video. Don't forget that part 3 will be coming out, and that'll be the last part of us just talking about Shop Monkey. If you haven't seen the first part and you want to see us have fun with tanks, guns, and getting alcohol from Shop Monkey, definitely check out part 1, or, you know, the previous video to this, which is this video that I'm going to post right now. But other than that, guys, again, consider hitting that subscribe button, bell notification, and what else? Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like. Until then, till next time.